What's up, y'all? It's TB from SMB coming at you. Um, it's a beautiful Sunday, baby. Thought I'd keep you guys posted on what's been going on. I haven't uploaded in a couple days. I missed these past couple uploads. What can I say? If you didn't look at the stocks, you'd be doing yourself a favor because they've only gone straight down. So yeah, I just wanted to upload my video on my trades on Friday. What went down, what the future's looking like, what my future's looking like, how things have been going. I mean, we're coming up on about 6 months exactly. Another week, and I think that'll be officially 6 months that I've been here trading. And I wanted to give my uh, half yearly review, I guess. I don't know. I just wanted to talk about like what we've seen in these past 6 months, what I'm looking for in the next 6 months. Just my general thoughts on things. So first things first. Um, on Thursday, right before close, I grabbed myself a little cheeky call. You know, I'm thinking, all right, all right, all right, all right. We sold off so hard on Thursday. Look at Thursday. We sell off just right down the toilet. Dump, dump, dump. I'm thinking, hey, maybe CPI data comes in flat. Maybe we don't have accelerating inflation. Maybe the stock market sold off anticipating accelerating inflation. So maybe if it's not accelerating, if it's just same as last month, then we'll see a little bounce. And no, that didn't happen. So it was a lotto. It was just I knew there'd be movement. I only took it to the upside. I wish I took it to the downside, of course. But I thought, hey, after the sell-off, you know, look how low this RSI was. What are the odds it keeps going down? Obviously, in a bear market, the odds it keeps going down are very high. And I just keep learning that and learning that and learning that and still being a bull. And I still just bash my face into the wall every day. But here we are. So I just grabbed that for 70 bucks. I sold it for 8 bucks. So a $62 loss to start off my day. Very good. Then that was just an overnight swing. So then we got Nvidia, and at this point I'm just like, yeah, everything's dumping. All right, Nvidia, it sells off, comes down to this level, we bounce. I see it coming down. This is pretty simple. Wish I held it all day because it really just kept going straight down. Let's do the three. This is just easy. Just draw that line, break it, grab a put, stop loss right there, and yeah, we crashed. So I ended up doing that. I bought that for 293. Sold it for 350. So we took a $67 win on that. So we were -5 for the day. But then, oh, actually, I should probably mention before all that. When did I sell that? Yeah, before all that, I sold my BABA for $115. My 25 shares at $115, which I'm glad I did because uh, yeah, we really just dumped like all day. Not really actually. Baba kind of held up, but yeah, I did that yesterday. I actually did that I think I did that yesterday. Or not yesterday, but Thursday. Yeah, I sold my Baba on Thursday. So we got in at basically $99. 25 shares are at $100, like 99.60. So we sold at 115. So I got stupid things. I gotta show it. Come on, show me the actual price. It just shows market price. So there we go. Closed at $115.05. So about a $310 profit off of Baba. So ended the week green thanks to Baba. For my actual day trades, account-wise, we're down pretty rough because Nvidia has just gone straight down to the toilet. Um, so yeah, we had a green Friday, but basically just because of Baba. And I don't know, it sucks. I mean, I wish I was just uh, so much more like bearish on days like today because it just the moves are just right there in front of me. But I just like I don't know what it is. I got something deep down where I'm like afraid that if I take a short, like a big short, go a full Michael Burry and then it goes wrong, I'm just gonna like beat myself up. But then I do this where I just like sit on my hands and yeah, I mean, Jesus. Like, you could have bought a put at the open and just made money on Nasdaq. Like, I mean, it gapped down like a percent, so it gapped down, opened at 293, we closed at 288, so it still moved down about another percent and a half, uh, thanks to that CPI data. So that's kind of what I want to talk about. CPI data is bad. Inflation is still accelerating. Not good. Other move I saw right here on the Nasdaq would have been so. There, grab a foot. Oh, I didn't even talk about AMD. Sorry, I'm jumping the gun here. AMD, I had a put. AMD. AMD, I feel like if you missed the big move to the downside of AMD, although right here I missed this one. This was a very nice bear flag. Just dump, break, and dump. So I waited for the next one, and I mean, if you missed the second move, so the first move on AMD was right here. You missed this one, big dump, and then you look for the second bear flag, big dump, and then if you're looking for a third one, which is basically what I did, then you're just kind of grasping at straws because the move has already been there, and you're kind of just like desperate, which I'll admit I was. I thought AMD was going to continue to dump, so I grabbed a AMD put at $1.67, right there at 919, and then I set my stop right here. So I see that we get this bounce, but that bounce didn't go up to my stop. I'm like, hey, we might have a chance. Big red bar. Oh, and then nah, we're just gonna chop all day. And then what's it do? It chops up my stop loss, and then bounces off VWAP, and then chop. Like, look at this, just straight across. And then inevitably it crashed. So that one sucked. It wouldn't have been really much of a gain, but I could have just not taken a loss. But I ended up taking a $33 loss on that. So, um, and then I did open a August of 2020 or August 19th, 2020, a $75 strike price put on AMD. Um, this is, I mean, you zoom out, AMD had this massive bear flag right here. You see this perfect support line. I mean, really, this is just like too perfect. This perfect support line, we test it right there, third test fails, we break, and that would lead me to believe that there is the next leg lower on AMD. Being that I'm exposed to NVIDIA, I don't want to hedge myself long term on NVIDIA because they're like long term puts on NVIDIA are so cheap. But AMD and NVIDIA, like, I mean, one is not going to go up while the other goes down. Like they're hand in hand. They move side by side almost. And AMD has the perfect like downside setup. It just broke out of this big old bear flag. So that's my hedge. I'm still thinking I might grab a bigger hedge though because it's not looking great. I mean, the only sign of hope I guess would be that we didn't break the previous low on the Nasdaq at 280. So I mean, consolidate, dump. So who knows? We find support here at 288. We might bounce. We could wake up and bounce and come. Who knows? Come down to 280, get a double bottom at 280, bounce from there. You never know. But based on that move, it's looking like next leg lower. And yeah, that sucks. I mean, yeah, it's a bear market, so I don't know. It's been 6 months of this, 6 months of learning. So that's kind of what I want to talk about. Man, this is and it's been the worst 6 months, like 6 months start from January till now, start in the stock market since 90 years ago. So this is a time to learn. I'm fine. I'm learning. I I'm lucky that I get to learn in this kind of market. I guess if I really want to put a positive spin on it, I'm fortunate to have experience in this nightmarish market because many people start. I mean, I could have started in 2020, which would have been fantastic because everything would have gone up. But then I'd be sitting here like just spinning my wheels, just like, oh, what's going on? So I think all things considered, I mean, jeez. Being as bullish as I am and how bearish things have been, things could be much worse. They could be far worse. So I take every day in stride. I think I was pretty bullish this summer, but this recent CPI data is confirming to me that the Fed is going to have to step up on their rates, which is not going to be good for stocks. The the inflation is just such a headache, and then not only the inflation, but add in the oil price problems, the Ukraine war, the war there, the food shortages that are coming. So it's a multi not oh there's a housing bubble, the stock market bubble. So I mean when 99 was the dot-com bubble burst, 2008 was the housing crisis or the housing bubble burst. Now we have a stock bubble, we have a housing bubble, we have an oil bubble, we have a demand bubble, we have a war, we have a food shortage. So it's like I don't know. It's a rough time, but there are like silver linings. Employment's still up there. People aren't losing their jobs. People aren't getting laid off left and right. Uh, but it is a question of how long can things go like this. It's a consumer sentiment kind of thing. Like once sentiment gets to a point where everyone's like convinced inflation's going to spiral, that usually makes the problem worse. It's a whole psychology thing. You don't want the consumer to think inflation is going to get worse, but I mean, like, how are they going to not think that when inflation just keeps getting worse and worse and worse? So, it's one of those, like, I don't know, paradoxes, I guess. Um, yeah, it sucks. Uh, so for the next 6 months, it seems like chance of a rally are slim. There's hope somewhere, maybe in August, maybe in July. Uh, I don't think in September, October. I think that's when things get the worst. I think that's when we see the ultimate dump. It might not be at any point this year we get any kind of meaningful rally. So I don't know. I'm just to the point where it's like, why do I continue to hold things? Because I just like, I don't know. I sit here and it's like, what? I don't need to hold anything. I can just wait because I know that things are just gonna keep going down. But it's the ultimate predicament I'm in. I mean, it's kind of crazy. So, I'm optimistic for next year. I'm optimistic for the rest of the summer. Honestly, I mean, we could still rally. At this point, it's kind of just like shit. I mean, God, inflation's just such a bitch. It's such a bitch. But all things considered, I think I could be doing much worse. I'm not doing good. I'm not like yippee. I'm jumping up and down. I'm a happy bear. I shorted everything, guys. Yay! But I mean, I'm glad I sold some things when I did. I was holding Square. I had Square at like fuck. Let's look at Square. Square. I had where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Square. Just show me all time. All right. So Square. Um, when did I sell my Square? Yeah, Square. I was buying Square. Shit, man. I was buying Square back here in like the 140. Um, I was loaded up on Square. So I dumped a lot of Square at 107. Right now it's at 70. Coinbase. Oh God, Coinbase. We were loaded up on Coinbase. Uh, Coinbase. So where do we buy Coinbase and sell that piece of crap? Trade history. So Coinbase. Oh God, it pains. That pains me so much. I opened up a lot of Coinbase here from the 190s to 160s. I sold it at 116, so I was up to 33 shares at about a $150 average. So, yeah, I sold at 116, which was still like way too late. But I mean, jeez. I should have sold like up here, obviously. I should have seen the support break, sell right there. But I mean, anyway, I'm just saying like I sold here at 116. Now we're down at $58. I mean, Facebook, another one. Let's see. Facebook. Where did I buy Facebook at? Bow bow bow. Show me the puts. Oh, that's because it's now Meta. That's right. So Facebook, I opened up a lot at 223. A lot at 223. Oh yeah, I was at 223. So we sold at 199. What's Meta at now? It's had its bounces, but Meta 175. That was 50 shares. Shares. Let me open the hand calculator. Shares times 20 bucks. I mean, that's about 1,000 bucks right there. I would have lost. What else? I mean, geez, I could open up profit loss right here and see the worst of it. Yeah, PayPal. I mean, things would be worse. Oh, Adobe. That's another one. I had a lot of Adobe. Let's see Adobe. Adobe. So, I opened Adobe at 445, sold it at 414. What is Adobe at right now? Adobe's at 393. Adobe's not holding up actually, but I'm just saying things could be a lot worse. Things could be far, far worse. I, I mean, it sucks you take a loss, you know. But shit, things could be way worse. So that's kind of just how I encourage myself, you know. It's like, I mean, I could easily be down to zero. I mean, I could easily, like, this has been the worst 6 months in the stock market, just fucking ever, man. It's so bad. It's so bad. Just, I mean, God, I stare at this every day, and I'm like, first thing is like, why did I not get bearish? But then second thing is just like, why, uh, like, wow, I'm still above water, you know. I mean, things have been rough. I know there's people out there that have gone to zero. I know there's people who just only trade these past 2 years and just are getting destroyed. So, I mean, I'm just rambling at this point, but anyways, I still think inflation's gonna come down eventually. I don't think this is gonna be like a 50% crash recession. Um, if we take a look at SPY, you can see what SPY has been doing on the weekly. So you zoom out on the weekly. Oh, good God in heaven. Let's look at that. Zoom out on a weekly. Where did SPY go? So you got your fib levels from the bottom of the COVID crash to the top of the peak in November or in December. Yeah, and SPY crashed down perfectly to the 61.8 level, and it's looking like it's heading back down there. So I mean, the 50% level would be the next level. That would be a half retracement from the movement it had from the bottom of COVID to the top of December, and that would be about 3,500 for SPX SPY. So, or SPY 350 basically. So I think that could be a bottom. I think we might take a month or two to get there. We could bounce from there. I'm watching that very closely, but it's no coincidence that, I mean, look at this wick. It wicked down perfectly to that level. Like these I mean, there's no better level than that right there. So watching that next up, but yeah, as for Nvidia, I mean, jeez, I keep on buying so much when things look good. Like I never buy at these levels. I'm always like waiting. So I mean, at this point, we have like 70 shares of Nvidia. You know, I feel like I don't want to buy anymore. I might buy a like long term put because I'm holding these long term. Um, if that's what it means to like break even on it. And you look at these long-term puts. If I were to buy like a December like 130 put, I mean that costs like $1,000. So if you're wrong, that's like $1,000. That kind of hurts. But if you're right, that can save you. You know, it can make a big difference. But these puts, I mean, I don't know. Shit, they don't really go up that much. But this is like worst case scenario. I mean, we get Nvidia 130. I don't even want to think about it. But anyways, I mean, that's kind of my ramblings. You know, it's been a humbling 6 months. Every day I'm humbled. Every day I wake up and it's just like, yep, things could get worse. But I mean, for stocks, not for me. But it's been a very I know a couple of years from now I'm gonna be like I had the privilege of learning in this stock market because this is the worst of it. Like there's no worse stock market than this. You know, if I can stay above water, if I can survive in this, you have to survive before you can thrive. If I can survive in this shit, then there's no limit to what's possible. I gotta give myself a pat on the back. I've survived through this. I mean, this has just been complete hell, just absolute, just just pure hell. I mean, it'd be one thing if things went straight down, but oh no, we got this little pump in the end of March. It's just straight back down. God. So I can't be so hard on myself. These times don't go on forever. The stock market's not this bad forever. The bearishness is transitory, unlike inflation. No, but yeah, this is just. I mean, it's something. This is just a time to learn. You know, if the money's not going to be made, I just have to take the lessons and learn them. I cannot just be so blindly bullish. I have to zoom out a little bit, but yeah, if I can survive in this, I feel like I can thrive in a normal market. Not just like not a meme market like the past couple of years, but just a normal market, where things don't the Nasdaq doesn't wake up and dump 3.5%, S&P doesn't wake up and dump 2.9%. I mean, jeez, dude, this market is just so sucks. But yeah, that's happy Sunday, yippee. That's all I got for you folks. We'll see what happens next week. Inflation's bad and it's getting worse, so there's that. It's tough to be bullish. And I'm not gonna be bullish, or I'm not gonna like get more bullish until the market gets more bullish, until the price action tells me we're going back up. And right now, price action tells you, no, 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 we're not going up anytime soon, bud. So, yep, that's where we're at. I gotta put the hedge myself. I might get more hedges. I feel like there's just gonna be a lot more downside. So that's that. I'll leave you all with that, folks, and I'll see you next time. Peace.